Now separated by the epic cataclysm, the empyrean lords formed two separate groups, known as the Seraphim Lords and the Shedim Lords. The Seraphim Lords believed themselves to be the chosen ones of AION, and blamed the Shedim Lords for the destruction of the Tower of Eternity, feeling that their unwillingness to engage in peace contributed to the epic cataclysm. Amongst the Seraphim Lords are Lady Ariel, the Lady of Light, Lord Weisel, the Lord of Freedom, Lord Kaizinel, the Lord of Illusion, Lord Nezukan, the Lord of Justice, and Lady Yustiel, the Lady of Life. The Seraphim Lords chose Lady Ariel as the leader. Devas that inhabited this lower hemisphere chose to call themselves the Ilios of Elysia. The land of Elysia was sun-soaked and peaceful, akin to the ancient sanctuary. The ancient city Seala, named after Empyrean Lady Seal, was enormous and more breathtaking than the future cities of Sanctum and Pandemonium could ever hope to reach. However, after the great cataclysm that split the world apart, the lands of Elysia were left in ruins, and so was the ancient city Seala. Frequent attacks from the bestial races meant that the rebuilding process was under constant threat. This forced the five Seraphim Lords, including their leader, Lady Ariel herself, to gather their magic and use it to lift a piece of land into the air and out of the enemy's reach. With the help of legions of Devas, they made this piece of land into the city's sanctum, and the Seraphim Lords chose it as their capital. It was forbidden to let any humans into Sanctum. It was made for the Empyrean Lords and all Devas. In the upper hemisphere of Atreya, the world was quite different, ravaged and plunged in the darkness by the cataclysm. The second group of Empyrean Lords, now renamed as the Shedim Lords, chose without hesitation Azphel as their leader. They believed that the weakness of the Seraphim Lords is what led to their downfall and the planet's destruction. Amongst the Shedim Lords are Lord Azphel, the Lord of Shadow, Lord Sekel, the Lord of Destruction, Lady Lumiel, the Lady of Wisdom, Lord Marketon, the Lord of Fate, and Lady Triniel, the Lady of Death. The Shedim Lords realized that if their civilization was to survive, it would have to grow into something powerful and strong as quickly as possible to survive the desolate wasteland of the upper world. The harsh conditions of this world made their bodies adapt. Over time, their hands and feet became claws, and manes grew along their backs. Furthermore, when aroused to anger, their eyes glowed with all the molten fury of fire. The Shedim Lords called this new race the Asmodeans of Asmodee. There was nothing to replace the ancient capital Seala for the Asmodeans. Before Pandemonium was constructed, humans and Devas lived scattered and endangered. People began questioning how long they could survive until all life in Asmodee would become completely extinct. Lord Azphel had another worry. How long until people become mere animals? There was no choice. A new capital needed to be constructed before all hope is lost. After a lot of trouble and hard work, a new city was made, Pandemonium. This city would serve as a haven and keystone for the Asmodean people for centuries to come.